really care.
This kind of idea that like men have to perfectly be compatible personality-wise with women, I think it's kind of jester. I'm not gonna lie to you. And this isn't to hate on the
No,
guys in here that have expressed
what do you mean
this.
by
I understand. So this guy earlier, he's kind of like, and I hear this very commonly as well. They go, well, you know, she's got to be kind of interested in the same things I am, and blah blah blah, and that's
no, that's not what we
ridiculous.
mean.
That's
I
ridiculous.
don't
I'm
want her to be
sorry.
interested in
That's
anything
so
else.
I want
silly.
her to
That's so
have
silly.
different interests.
Dude, you
I
get a
just-
girlfriend that you can tolerate, and then you come in her and you start a family. Let's make this simple. It's really that simple. Guys
but
who
it's
sit here
just
and they
more than that.
overcomplicate it with the personality thing. She's got to be an INTP. Shut the fuck up. That's
Well,
not
what shouldn't
real.
you
None of that's
tolerate?
real.
No, you can be in love with somebody's personality and not want them to have the same interests as you.
I don't think the interest thing. Yeah, I think that's kind of a red
Yeah.
herring. I'm not
Yeah.
saying. I don't think we're saying like interests. We're saying more so like.
Like,
She's
do
just
they
not
understand you?
insufferable. Yeah.
Hello?
Well, sure, but I'm just saying. I mean, some people have so many requirements. A checklist is like personality's got to be
like-
ABC, you know, XYZ. It's like,
We're not interested in
look,
putting makeup
dude,
on.
just
That's
come in a girl. You know what I mean? Find a girl you can tolerate and
Well,
come
I've been
inside
told
her.
I like ugly girls. Like, this is what I've
Yeah.
been told by my friends, is that all the girls I'm interested in and I think are like absolutely beautiful are actually
Yeah.
extremely ugly.
Well, there's like
is what they tell me.
ugly traits and like kind of cute. I don't know. Yeah, some girls have like a little bit of a hook nose or a recessed chin, and you go, it's fine. You go, it's all right. You know, not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, some people. I mean, I don't know. My friend was telling me, I'll quote him. Her ugly face with her fat ass turns me on. Like, you know.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, dating. This is why dating apps are horrible, right? I was double taking on this date I was going to go on, and I saw this girl in person. I couldn't find a flaw in her. I liked her, dude. I liked her face, genuinely. And in pictures, there's no way I could have gotten that from her pictures. Ever. And the thing about pictures is also, they don't account for like the three-dimensional aspect of a person, so it's a very flat image. It's very flat and bland, right? So this is why I think meeting up a girl in person, sometimes
like
it's
looking
worth
at
it.
like
Yeah.
a beautiful mountain. It's like looking at a beautiful mountain with your own eyes.
Bingo. You got
because
it.
I went to Yosemite, right?
Yeah.
Or the Grand Canyon. Dude, I would have never
Does it
known
no
that the Grand
justice.
Canyon is that beautiful.
Yeah,
right?
it does it no
But-
justice. Yep.
Yeah, you're very right about that.
There's more
You can't
depth, yeah.
understand the depth.
That's
Yeah.
right. Bingo.
So-
Yeah, we're operating at the same frequency here. Yep.
Alex, I
Yep.
like you, man.
I appreciate that, dude. I try to be understood and I
like
try to
it
help
too.
people understand me, you know, because I'm not here to win a debate. I'm not here to project my worldview.
You just gotta
I want to help
understand each
people.
other, bro.
Yeah, I want to help people. And you try to understand somebody. It helps a lot, for sure.
Yeah. Agreed.
People come on here. They're not looking for common ground, dude. They come on here trying to convince themselves of something they already believe. That's the issue.
Yeah, and that's like what Moonley was saying, where they're like trying to get validation from their ego, or like just proving they were right about something. Right?
Yeah. How well can I prove myself that I'm right? Yeah, it's retarded.
This might be selection bias. You guys might just be selecting for people of similar IQ who are unwilling to change their beliefs, and therefore you think all the people on the server have a similar.
We're not saying everybody, because
Well, what's the type of person to come on a debate server, right? It's a very particular personality. The type of person that we're talking about, stubborn
Right,
people
I
that
have,
want to
like, a
prove
debate
themselves
bro
right?
personality. Like I will come in here and like pretend like I'm right or like I know I'm right, but
Yeah.
in the case that someone gives me a good reasonable point, I will quickly switch my belief, granted that I've reflected on it, right?
Yeah, and that's even more
Yeah,
fair than the
that's
people
not
that
all
we're
people,
talking
but
about.
that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's charitable. That's charitable. If you come on here with a mindset, I mean, we all have like a certain mindset, certain positions. But if you're not willing to be open to being wrong, don't even fucking bother. I don't debate anything I'm not willing to change my mind on. That's the difference between me and people on here. You get some water, beer back.
I'm open to being wrong. I'm just never wrong.
Yeah, but have you considered this?
Of course.
Moonly, in regards to women, and how they love, do you like? What do you think about that? Like, do you think that they love roughly the same, or what is the fundamental difference? Would you say? Hmm. What about you, Terry?
What?
Hmm.
What?
What about
What?
you, Washington?
What?
He didn't hear the question.
Hello?
He wants to hear it again.
Am
So,
I
in
muted?
regards to women loving, like men and men loving women, what are the common things that both men and women do the same in terms of loving each other?
Affectionate acts, bro? Come on.
Huh?
I said affectionate acts, bro? Come on.
Okay. Like, what?
Like, sacrificing
Your
one's
mic's cutting
pleasure.
out.
Sorry. I said like sacrificing one's comfort for their partner's pleasure.
Okay. You agree that women do that?
Uh, typically they don't take on that role as often, but yeah, they do all the time.
Yeah, I agree. I think they do. Just in different ways, right?
Yeah, like I mean, a lot of women
Uh,
take care of the home.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think it's very wrong to say men don't love the same. Like I honestly would find it hard to even ever love anybody if objectively they didn't love like I did, you know?
Have you ever read the love languages, or at least the summary of the theory?
No, what is that?
That's something that you would probably find very interesting, and it's a couple paragraphs worth of summary. But essentially, the theory is that there's 5 basic love languages. Those, and I usually can remember 4 out of 5 at any given time, but and it's the way in which it is perceived and received by each individual. They usually have one primary love language, and frequently they have a second. Some people have more, or but anyways, so love languages are going to be like um, services, you doing something for that person's perceived as love language, um, proximity, um, or quality time would be a better word for it. So quality time includes things like being in proximity to each other, doing things together, that kind of thing. That's a love language. Gift giving, and it doesn't have to be here's your new Porsche. It can just be something I got you a coffee or something like that. Simple stuff. Touch, so that could be anything from hand holding, physical intimacy, sitting shoulder to shoulder.
And can people have
Words
multiple?
yes, words of
Yeah.
affirmation. So it's like, oh, you're just so smart, you're great, whatever it is. Oh, you did a good job. I think you're absolutely right. Words of affirmation is another language. And one of the
Right, then you got the democratically created policies, right, within the country. And then if you're a police officer and you're following the law, right, you're enforcing the law, then you're not you're following orders maybe from your higher ups, but it's not like the same as like the Nazis followed the orders of their like fucking fascist regime and like destroying 6 million Jews. It's not the same as like
Fake
grabbing
figure, by the way.
grabbing some illegals off the street, right, and deporting them.
They're different, but understand that like following orders is not a viable argument for saying something is right or wrong.
No, I agree with that, but it depends if the
That's-
orders are democratically come from a democratic process and it's like the will of the country, then yes, it's pretty legit
like
at that point.
Slavery was allowed in our country too, but I'm not trying to argue or debunk you or anything. I'm just saying like be wary of the mentality of the following orders
I agree,
concept or
I
following the lead of the group or the majority. I mean, of course, like the reason why we have ICE agents handling this stuff and removing illegal immigrants is because they're not supposed to be in the country. They can be considered dangerous, and even then, that is the policy of the country, and it has every right to remove people because they are trespassing. That's,
But then
yeah,
if
and that's the reason
if
why like ICE.
but if ICE officer is enforcing that, since it's his job, right? Just like a police officer is enforcing the average law in the country, right? Like the or the general law in the country, like it's not
It's
like
necessary.
yeah, it's necessary. It's not like on the same level of
Yeah,
like
that I
Nazi
understand.
saying like we were just following orders, right? When it comes to
No,
like
it's not even close.
executing people.
No, like I mean, like this. I mean, the whole point was that I was arguing against was the idea of like be careful with the kind of argument that you use to defend whatever you're trying to defend. And like the following orders is one of those arguments that has been debunked, and very careful with the
Well,
mentality involved in it.
while we were trying to defend Black Diamond, did you hear what he said? He was justifying his hate, collective hate. He said it's okay
Vice,
to
I think.
collectively hate an organization for following orders. It was not about what they are doing is right or wrong. We were talking about hating someone on a collective level.
Like some people are more responsible than others, sure, but I mean, at the end of the day, like you have to have a good reason to hate anything in general, because it's a very
I
strong
agree with
word,
that.
it's a very
I
strong
agree with that.
feeling, and
I agree with that. I agree with
you have
that
to have a
because
very
these,
strong motive.
we all know that these
And a right
institutions and
reason.
big organizations ought to not be trusted, even if they don't collectively have a ploy to make our lives worse. They do. The fact is that they do, and we should understand that, and not sugarcoat them, and understand that they fundamentally work against people and their interests. But at the same time, I told a guy in another chat, right? Because he's always like talking about Jews and everything. I go, look, think about it this way. Every second of the day that you take to hate all of these organizations, institutions, the government, the Jews, is a second that you could be contributing towards having children, spending time with someone you love, starting a garden, right? Being self-sustainable, paying off a mortgage, finding a job you love, developing a skill, all these things, right? So energy is very important. And when you take energy away from yourself to allocate towards hating something or somebody, you're making yourself a worse person. That is true. That's very true, and that's one of the reasons why I tell people not to hold grudges is because holding grudges, it takes energy. It takes energy away from you, holding a grudge. You should not hold grudges very often in life.
Fruity ass nigga with them big
Yeah, be
ass
quiet,
lips.
nigger. Yeah, be quiet, nigger. Shut the fuck up.
You
You're not welcome
understand
here. Kill yourself. Off yourself, monkey. Yeah.
Wow.
I'd hang you on my porch if I saw you. Now go kill yourself. Anyways, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So, careful with taking energy away from yourself to allocate towards hatred. That's a mistake.
That was a crazy thing to say.
Need like a partner, like if you're that type of person that wants a family and wants company. I do think that human beings need company, but like you don't need someone's love. Okay. Yeah. What the fuck?
Sounds like he's from South Chicago.
Good mute.
That's so specific.
Yeah, no, it's just like that's where the hood is in America. The hood
Um,
accent.
the hood.
Exactly.
I think you're I think love is outside. It's like it contains everything. It's order, it's beauty, it's just if you can manage to get a hold of yourself in some way and live like a good life and you relate to this thing, like you're the luckiest person.
Yeah. I also think it's like quite rare nowadays because a lot of people are selfish, and so to find someone who actually genuinely cares about you, it's actually quite rare because people love to put themselves before anyone else, and I get that, but so I think people confuse that with being selfish, and it's like it's
Well,
so
we're
hard.
all kind of insecure and we're all kind of confused and we all kind of want that security, right? Somebody to care about you, somebody to put you first and be selfish about you. and that's a part of relationship. It's a part of like interaction, but
Yeah.
you're never gonna find this like perfect relationship without that factor.
You're never gonna find a perfect relationship, point blank period. Like, you can't find a
Yeah,
person who's perfect.
I think
Yeah.
I think a good quality to find in someone is someone who has the mentality of like you can kind of grow with someone else.
Mm.
Like some people are very like stuck in the ways or whatever, but the other people have just got a state of mind where they're constantly changing as a person like, as they get older. And I feel like some of the best relationships are like two people who genuinely like work really hard for each other, and
Mm.
they're so determined to like grow as people.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people end relationships prematurely, when what they could have done instead is just had a couple of uncomfortable conversations about each other's like wants and needs and stuff.
That's
But
right.
obviously, a lot of people like emotionally immature, so they'll do all this. They'll take
Dig
the
in the
easy
row,
option.
yeah. Exactly. That's right. Well, the easy option these days is just walk away and assume that you have a better option waiting for you. That's a popular thing. Popular train of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the biggest discrepancies is, apart from that women and men need to understand that they love differently.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like bioessentialism, but I don't know. There might be truth in that. Yeah.
A lot of these guys out here think that women love just like they do. That's a mistake. Very big mistake.
I think it's a mistake to draw that line and classify it in the first place.
But is that like some inherent like evolutionary biology thing? Or
That's okay, like, but it's not like a classification thing.
Well, I'll tell you this. On average, women need to be, and evolutionarily are programmed to be conditional lovers. They love on the condition that something ought to be provided, and that can either be one of two
Well, so are
things:
men.
genetics and or resources. Because it is in a woman's best interest for herself and her kids to benefit from those things as well. And that's justified. That makes sense. But guys can't accept this. They want a woman I want her to love me for me and my personality and my interests. That doesn't exist. That's not real. It's
What are
very
you
rare.
on about? Of course it does exist. Are you crazy?
Right, but listen, fellas, are you going to listen to the guy who's catching the fish, the fisherman, me, or the fish, the woman?
This guy's literally troll. Don't listen to him.
It's not a troll. It's not a troll. It's reality. It's called reality. But most women have
No,
Disney princess
He-
syndrome. They
well,
can't
what I'm
accept
saying
it.
is that you shouldn't ask a woman. I feel like what his argument is like if you ask a woman relationship advice, it's better to ask like a man
Bingo.
instead.
Bingo. Exactly.
Like it is kind of true that a lot of people will say stuff, but they'll behave in a different way, and you have to view people by their actions, not their words.
Yeah, but
I
this
think
guy.
it depends on like what fish you're catching, Alex. So like if you're catching fish and you're making money, right, monetarily in society, that's one thing, right? But if you're also like catching this ethereal fish, which is like just the actual like truth of life, and you're able to grasp that, right? Then you're actually, whether you have money or not, you're actually a person that's worth being around, right? Like worth uh engaging in life with. But if you just have the one, if you're just catching fish and making money, that doesn't like if that's all that your girl is demanding, you have a bad
Of course. I'm offering advice to long-term relationships on average. There are some girls out there that go, hey, you know what? I see potential in this guy. He may be poor, he may be broke, but he's intellectual, he's self-driven, and he's disciplined. And I respect and I value that, and I'll wait. And those women are the strongest. Those women are some of the strongest, most dedicated, genuine women with integrity I've seen in my life. I've seen it happen a couple times, right? But those girls, they're very rare. Let's be honest. They're very rare. And for good
They're
reason.
not rare.
For good
They're
Not for
reason.
me, man.
It just depends what circles you're like looking, because I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of this but I know I'm not accusing you of this, but a lot of this like male centered like manosphere content, it just kind of causes you to look at like the other side of the coin, like women who are also involved in this like dance.
Yeah, look, I mean, this manosphere thing, I'm not a part of it, whatever. I just acknowledge reality. Right, the truth pill.
Yeah.
The truth pill is most girls are not like that. Most girls are not going to wait. Most girls need to see something substantial within you that's an anchor is a good reason for her to stay. Because they look for that. They select for that. They
Yeah,
are
but
women
don't you
select
think
for the
that's
men who
normal though? Like,
compete. Women select for the men who
right,
compete with each
but
other.
also like, you know, there's when it comes to relationships, there's multiple things that women look at. It's not just, oh, his personality is nice, because personality can change at any moment. Like, obviously, you can't blame women for wanting financial stability. Like, it's normal, like,
I
because
don't.
men are
I
supposed
don't
to,
blame them for that at all.
you know,
Yeah,
men are supposed to be the protectors and the
of course.
providers and whatnot. But, you know, I understand your point of view. Like, there are a lot of gold diggers out there, a lot of selfish women out there. I've seen it myself. But then I've also seen, you know, my sister, she is one of those rare women that you've talked about, 'cause she married someone who wasn't wealthy at all, but he's an amazing person and they have, like, you know, an amazing relationship. So it's just like, where you can't, like, you can't brush women under the same brush, because, like, where are you looking at these women? Like, who are you looking at? Like, you're
Right.
gonna look at Instagram models or like immature girls. Like, you know, you have to like look at different groups of women and
Yeah.
see, you know, literally everyone's different,
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course. Of course. Let me see. Let me address you correctly. So, okay, I'll just call you SA. SA, here's the thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm giving general advice, therefore I'm making generalizations. There's no other way to do it. I can't possibly sit here and account for every single individual woman and what they
No, you
want,
can't say
right?
that. You can't.
So
No, that does
when you
not make
well,
sense.
SA, when
That
you
does not make
just
sense.
hear me
No,
out,
when you say
SA, it makes
general,
perfect
when you
sense
say
because we're
general
having a
advice, you
general
want to say
yeah,
generalization.
I'd appreciate it if you just let me finish, right? I just have
You
no
give the
issue with
truth.
you. I don't know why you're yeah. So if we're having a general conversation, you're going to make general conversation. You're going to make generalizations. That's how that works. That's it. How is that wrong?
No, you
This
don't need to
applies
make
to most people. This
generalizations. You
applies
just
to
give
most
people the
people.
truth.
I'm
You could
giving
have just
people
said to
advice that
him,
applies to
no,
most
no, no,
people.
listen. You could have said to him, listen, there's different types of women. Like the answer that I fucking gave, you can't just be like, women don't give a shit about your personality and your interests. Of course we fucking do. Like, what do you think we are, robots? Like, you know, of course we want someone to provide for us, but we also want someone to laugh with at the end of the day and watch a movie with and, like, you know, relate to stuff about. Because then, other than that, like, what is there? You know?
I mean,
I
your
don't understand why you're
personality should
holding.
be compatible with a woman. I never said it was completely irrelevant. I just
Well,
said women prioritize other things. Then they look at the personality afterwards, right? So, let's say for example, you have a guy who's not attractive to a girl. Do you think the personality matters? It's not going to fucking matter, right? Because the girl doesn't find the guy
Exactly.
attractive. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Bingo.
you know, fair enough. Like, you can't get angry about that. Like, come on.
No, I'm not
Like,
angry
why
about
is
it.
that an
I'm just
issue?
accepting the truth. I'm helping other men
Why is that an
understand
issue?
women. I'm helping other men understand you guys. I'm doing you a favor. I'm actually something of a
And there's
feminist in
different
myself,
types of
right? So,
attraction, by the way. Like, literally,
yeah.
even if I'm not physically attracted to someone, their vibe and their personality can make them attractive. It's happened.
That's
Like,
true. That's very true.
yeah.
That's very true. Girls who have told me before, hey, I work with this guy just through proximity, hearing him talk, I developed something for him that I didn't have before.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
true. It can happen. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that can't happen, but it's an outlier case, right? These are outliers. It's an outlier. You work with a girl, you find her attractive, or you don't find her attractive at first. Through proximity, stress, whatever, you guys bond. That makes sense. Whatever. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm gonna get some water, beer back.
But yeah, any drink.
Yeah, all right. It's late for me, but pleasure talking to all you.
Bye, Iceman.
Saw you. Take care.
You too.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Alright, I'm back. But yeah, so SA, let me know when you're back, because do you have something to ask you or tell you? It's okay, you're not talking, dude, in the side chat, it's fine. Fuck, these crepes are so good, holy shit. Pop the Adderall after this.
I'm like, I'm hairy. I'm hairy as fuck. I might need to get the laser treatment, get some skincare, you know. Maybe I'll get more luck. Alex, what's up? How's it going with you? How are you doing?
Great, thanks. Appreciate it. How about yourself?
How's your dating life going?
Great, great. Just had my second crepe. Tall black cup of coffee. Fucking morning smoothie. I'm gonna do 100 push-ups right now. Get this fucking ball rolling.
That's how your dating life is going.
Dating life's going great. Just came in abroad 2 days ago. And I call her abroad because she sincerely was. I tried to turn her into a girlfriend. Impossible.
Oh yeah. No, I have a similar problem with the girl I'm dating now. I've met her whole family and shit. So I think it's like you just have bad trauma with the last boyfriend. Just
Yeah, some
take it
girls
slow.
are locked in, dude. What can I say? Some girls are locked in. They're trauma bonded forever.
And never regain the trust.
Yeah, never regain the trust. There's nothing you can do.
Nah.
It's kind of like
I'm
it's
the
kind of like if
same.
you dude, if you ever buy like an iPhone with an iCloud lock, that's kind of like these girls.
Oh.
It's useless. It's useless. Throw the phone away.
Nah,
Yeah, like one
I
bad
disagree
owner
with that.
destroyed it for everyone else.
That's right. Yeah,
Nah,
one fucking owner.
I don't think so. I don't think so. In that case, I would be fucked up too. I dated a like Polish girl that got put in a psych ward and like got tied to her bed for like 3 months because she broke into her ex's apartment with a knife and like started threatening his mom.
What the fuck?
And I dated her like a year or two
I
after
gotta
that.
be
At what
psychotic.
point did you think it
Yeah,
was not the right
that girl's ruined,
like,
dude. Let her go. That girl's ruined.
bro.
I wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. Upload videos.